Hello friends, welcome once again to TechAkin. This is the final video in a three-part series installing Oracle Database 19c on Oracle Linux Server 7.9. This is a part 3 and the final video. This video will examine the installing Oracle 19c using initialization parameter file and Oracle database creation script manually. So this approach is particularly helpful for database migrations when we are doing that across different Linux and Unix environments. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. Now, if you look at the screen, these are the list we'll cover. We will set our environment. We will change the directory to Oracle Home. We're going to pick up the init file to edit them. And we'll also edit the installation script in that directory. And then we'll move on to creating our directories for installation. And after that, we'll run the installer to install the Oracle 19c software. And then basically from there we'll start to create the database manually. So the first thing we want to do is basically go into our terminal and check if we've set our environment variables. So we're going to say export Oracle home equals user1 app Oracle product 19.3 in database home. Export Oracle base equals user1 Oracle. That's our Oracle base. Export our SID. We're going to be installing a dev database, and that is it. So let's do grep ORA. So as you can see, we have dev, that's our SID, Oracle base is set, Oracle home is set. Let's check our bash profile. So cat.bash profile. Okay, everything is set correctly. Oracle home is set correctly. Oracle base is set. Our path is correct. And of course, the name of the database we're installing is dev. Perfect. Step number 2, change directory into our staging area so that we can extract the binary files directly into Oracle home. But we cannot do that yet unless we create, our directories. So let's go create our directories. I have a list of commands detailing all of the directories that we're going to need. So I'll copy everything here. Feel free to type yours one by one, but I just want to run mine. If you've been watching this channel, this is not really new, so you can type them one by one, but I will just execute everything as you go. So clear our terminal and log in as an Oracle user. Perfect. Let's execute that. So let's paste all of those command. Okay, paste. Perfect. So we say mkdir all of this path. So we create everything, including our Oracle. Perfect. Now, so let's go into the staging area. Change directory, user1 staging. And let's list the content. The first thing we want to do is, extract everything in this zip to Oracle home. So let's say echo Oracle home to know if our Oracle home is actually available. Perfect. And now we can do that. We can say unzip that zip file name -d, the switch, and we'll point it to Oracle Home. This is not new for if you have been following our tutorial in this series. We've done this like so many times already. So press enter. So we're now extracting the Oracle binary files into the Oracle 19C home location. Perfect. So now that we've extracted our binary files, the next step is to go into Oracle Home and edit the initialization parameter file. The default location is Oracle Home dbs init.ora. So let's go to that location, change directory, Oracle Home dbs. Okay, list the content. And here we are, this is init.ora. So we're going to say vi init.ora, enter. We'll press insert. And we'll scroll all the way down. This file is the most important file in this method. You have to make sure everything inside is correct. If it's not, Oracle will throw some error message. So the first one in the list is the database name. So let's change that to DEV. All right, and our memory target is 1 gig. I can accept that. Process is 150. It's fine. Audit file destination, we have to change this. Okay, we have to change this location to U01 app Oracle. To compare that to we created some directories in our second step, if you remember. So let's look at those directories. Those directories contain some names. We have the a dump area, which is audit file destination. So you say Oracle base admin dev a dump. So we're going to change this to Oracle U01 Oracle admin, then this is dev a dump. Perfect. It matches the directory that we created. The next one is the audit trail, this database, which is fine. The DB block size is okay. The DB domain, yeah, it's not that important. The DB recovery file dest location is Oracle base fast recovery area. So we're gonna say in this one, we're gonna change it to Oracle base, right? So U01 app Oracle, and then of course fast recovery area. So it matches the directory that we created. It matches this one, Oracle base fast recovery area. Perfect. And the next one in the list is DB recovery file dest size 2 gig. I can accept that. That's enough for a dev database, is fine. And of course our diagnostic destination. So for our diagnostic dest, we'll just say Oracle base basically is U01. So for that we'll just say U01 app Oracle. Perfect. For the dispatchers, the protocol is TCP and the service is dev xdb, because the name of our database must match. So dev xdb. The next one is open cursor, which is 300. I'm fine with that. Our remote login password file is exclusive. Fantastic, I like that. Undo table space is equals to undo tbs1. That's fine, I have no problem with that. Our control files, the destination for our control files, let's check that in our list. So the destination for our control file is Oracle base control. So we will copy this entire part, okay, and we will go here and we will say / Oracle base. Perfect. So don't let us forget the bracket in the beginning. So we say for our first control file, U01 app Oracle control directory, and then ORA control 1. That's the first name of our control file. The second one is same location, right? We separate them by comma. We're going to have two control files. So U01 app Oracle control ORA control 2. That's our control file. And next one in the list is compatibility. So compatible, it has to be compatible with 19.3 because we're going to be installing Oracle 19c. All right, that's the end of the file. But there is one more entry I want to make here. If you remember, we're going to be installing a multi-tenant architecture database. So I will insert one more command and say enable pluggable database, and I'll set it equals to true. Perfect. All right, our file is ready. We went through all the list one by one. We ensure that all our paths and location, they are set and they are correct. We ensure that all this spellings matches our database, and that's all. So let's save this file. Press escape, the column, write it, and save. And that's it. Let's check cut the content of that file, init.ora. Perfect. So dev 1 gig 150, correct path, correct path, correct path, correct path. Perfect. So that's done. Now the next on the list is to edit our database creation file. It's a script which is located at Oracle base script location. So in this location we have a create database script that we need to edit as well. So let's change our directory. Let me clean this terminal. So change directory to Oracle base scripts. List the content. There's nothing. Okay, there's only one log file. So we need to make sure we create a file here. All right. Let's go to our staging location. I believe I have a sample there. CD U01. Or I can just move it. Let's move it to move U01 staging. Create database.sql, move it to Oracle base scripts. Perfect. So let's list the content. So now we have that file here. We have to open up this file. It's a database creation script, and we have to edit it too. So we say vi create database.sql. Perfect. It's just a series of commands that's going to create our database. That's the content of that file. So let's press I, and let's start from the beginning. It says set verify off, connect as sysdba with the password, and spool. So this spool simply means record every step of this database creation. So it's going to record the step by step. So, and we set the path to U01 app Oracle script. Same thing, Oracle base scripts. Create this file, create cdb.log, and start up our init file in a no mount mode. And the location of that file is U01 app Oracle product dbom. In short, our Oracle home dbs init.ora. If you remember, we just made changes to our init.ora file, initialization parameter file. That's what's called. So, and the next in the list is we want to create an SP file so that we can start up our database right from the beginning. So we say create SP file from P file, which is located as Oracle home dbs init.ora, the same file that we edited. And then we say create database and give it the name dev, which is dev, using user sys identified by sys password, user system identified by system password. The log file, our online log file group, there's a batch of them in threes. So group 1, group 2, and group 3, and I give them all the correct path. All of this location is created in the beginning when we create our directories. So we have U01 app Oracle redo _1, and the first one is redo 01a.log, and we have redo 02a.log, redo 03a.log, and so on. Right, and then we say this database is going to have max log history of 1, max logs files of 16, max log members of 3, maximum data files of 1024. We set the character set to AL32 UTF-8, and our database national character set will be AL1 6UT-F16. The extent management is going to be local, all right, which is perfect. And our data file, our database file itself is going to be sitting in this location. So our Oracle base container, and we have 4 of them. We have system, we have sysaux, and we have deft tbs01, and then we have temp. So those are the first 4 that we want to have. And then undo, also our undo table space will be in this location. Don't forget we've already created all this location in the beginning when we ran create directory commands. And then we say enable pluggable database. In order to make our database a multi-tenant architecture one, we say enable PDB and say seed with the file name convert of this. So in this location, we'll find the files of our pluggable database. In this location, we have a PDB here, we have the container here. And moving on, we say system data file size. We set those files here and we put them to auto extend on 10 MB each. So the maximum size is unlimited, and we give our CSOX file, the CSOX data file 100 M, while we give the system data files 125 M. All right, we're just doing some, sizing right there. And then we're going to create a user here, which is user data, and table space, which is user table space. That's the name. With the data file, the location of the data file, which belongs to that table space, is in this location. All right, and the size is 100 M, and we spool off. And that is the end of our database creation script. And this script is what we're going to be running manually to create our database. So let's save that file, right? Column, right, and quit. Perfect. So once that is done, the next step for us is to run the installation utility. You can choose whatever you like. You can choose silent mode, or you can use the run installer, which is a graphical user interface. So just make sure you create your Oracle base. So you head over to, let's clear the screen first, and you head over to Oracle Home, Oracle Home, and then you run the installer. Press enter. All right, once you press run installer, you'll see the graphical user interface will appear. And we've done this before. We want to set up software only. Press next. We want to install single instance installation. Yes. Enterprise edition. Perfect. Our Oracle base. Yes. The path is correct. Next. I will accept the default to all of these groups, which is fine with me. Press next. And I will run my, root script execution manually. Next. And now we're performing prerequisite checks. All right, Oracle is satisfied with everything. We press install. Now we're installing our base Oracle 19c software. All right, the Oracle Universal Installer wants us to execute the root script. So let's copy it and let's head over to the root terminal. So I will say, I just open up one. Let's say SSH root at 192.168.58.128. Yes. and enter the password. That's the root password. Now we're logging into as a root user into our Oracle Linux 7.9, and this is where we're going to execute that command, the command that you want us to execute. So I'll paste it and I'll press enter. Alright, enter the full path name of the local bin directory, usr local bin. I will accept that as default. Enter. Perfect. So entries will be added to the etc oratab file. So at this point, our etc oratab file was just created and all the necessary configuration is added to it. So let's head back to our installation screen and let's click on OK here. Perfect. And as you can see, the registration of Oracle database was successful. I will click close from here and we'll move to the next step. All right, and the next step is to set up the install script. So basically to create our database using the script that we've edited, a little while ago. We'll use that script to create the database in this process, which is very simple. All we have to do is change directory into the Oracle home script location, and then we have to execute the command SQLPLUS /sysdba, and then from the SQL prompt we just need to say add, and we call that script. All right, once we call that script, we only need to enter the password to sys and system, and our database will be created. A full-fledged Oracle 19C container database will be created at that point. All right, so let's go see how it works. All right, so the first step is to clear the terminal here. Let's change our directory to Oracle base scripts. And let's check the content of that file. All right, we see we have two files here. Let's remove one. We don't really need the log file. rm-rf create. Okay, perfect. And now we have only one left. Now there is one more script we need to edit, and that is the script that will create a pluggable database. This first script, this one will create container database. All right, so let's move the script that will create the pluggable database. Let's move it into this location. So we move it from our staging area. Okay, we'll move it to Oracle base scripts. Okay, let's check the content. So now we have two scripts here. Let's go inside the second script, vi create pluggable database, and it's a very simple command inside. We say connect as sysdba, create pluggable database dev pdb using the admin user ora pdb that was created prior to a little bit earlier, identified by Oracle. Okay, the file name convert is u1 app oracle pdb, and the pluggable database file is u1 app oracle pdb ora pdb. If you're asking me where are these, when was this created, I will show you when we did it. When we run this command, we created a location which is Oracle based container. That's for our container database, and we created another one, Oracle based PDB. That is for our pluggable database. All right, so you understand? Okay, perfect. So now this file is okay, so let's close it. Okay, and let's clear the screen. Let's make sure we're in the right location. So pwd present working directory. We are currently in Oracle base script, and we have two scripts inside. Once you are in this location, which is Oracle base script, and you wanted to install Oracle 19C database manually, all you have to enter the command SQLPLUS as sysdba and press enter. Once you do that, you will connect into the SQLPLUS prompt and then just call the script at. You must make sure you change the directory to the script location before you can call it. If you are in a different location, this script will not execute. So let's call the first script, which is container database creation. So and that's create database and press enter. Now we need to enter and supply the value for our sys user, and I made it simple, so I say sys password and press enter. All right, as you can see, our Oracle database 19c is now being installed. You will see the step-by-step on the screen, because the reason is because we are spooling. There's a spool in our command, if you remember. So it's telling us the step-by-step process of what Oracle 19c is doing when it's installed this database. So first one is it connected as a SQL, it connected as a sys user, and then it starts our database in normal mode using the INIT.ORA file that we edited before. And once the instance is started, it created an ASP file. Our initialization parameter file init.ora was used to create an ASP file at this point. The reason for that is so that we can log in and start up and shut down our database with ease. All right, and you see you said file created at this point, and then you move on. In the script there are other steps. It's going on, and at this moment it's still the create database command right here is still running. Perfect. And as you can see, our database is now created. That's our Oracle 19c database is created. To check if that is true, we say select name from $database, and you see the name is dev. Now the next step is to create our pluggable database, because don't forget the first command, it created a container database for us. All right, so let's say we call the script that creates the container database, which is the other one. So create pdb.sql, copy, say create pdb, press enter. So it connected as sysdba and it is executing this command, create pluggable database dev pdb, using the admin user aura pdb identified by Oracle into this location. And we're using a file name convert switch to put the necessary files into different paths. And as you can see, pluggable database created. In order to check for that, we'll say show pdbs. All right, perfect. And we can say select name from $pdbs. You can see, perfect. All right, so our job is not done yet. So once our database is created, our container database is successfully created, we have to execute some script. It's called post installation script. You can find those scripts in the admin, the rdbms admin catalog, rdbms admin catproc, and rdbs admin utlrp.sql. We have to run all these scripts in order to ensure that our database works correctly. So let's run the first one. We just copy it like that and place it. Do not change anything and just press enter. And as you can see, we're making sure that our catalog is validated and they are working correctly. Perfect. Our our catalog script executed successfully. The next script that we need to execute is the cat proc. So copy the path, and we say execute the cat proc. This one usually, takes a little bit of time to complete, in the sense that it does a lot more work than the first script. There's a lot of things to check. There's a lot of packages and procedures to check and validate them. All right, as you can see, the cat proc script executed successfully. Now, in order to validate both script that we ran so far, I mean both the catalog.sql and catproc.sql, in order to validate them and ensure that there's no error message in between or that nothing fails, we have to run a script known as the utl rp.sql, this one. So it's in rdbms admin utlrp.sql. So let's run that to validate both and ensure everything is fine. So paste the command and press enter. So what it's doing is validating the catalog.sql and also the catproc.sql. If there's any error message, it will tell us. So all right, PL SQL procedure successfully completed. It did drop some function, and the other one executes successfully. So everything is fine. All right, and then the last script that we need to for the post creation script that we need to run is the pub_bld.sql. all right, but for this one we have to the user that need to execute the script is system. So I will say alter user system identify by Oracle account unlock. Perfect. So now say connect system Oracle. Perfect. Show user. Okay, so we are connected as a system user. We just need to run the last script, which is this one. All right, and that's it. It's very quick. It just set the session Oracle. It makes sure that the Oracle script will always be executed. Now the next step is to look into our oratab file and make sure that everything is set correctly. If nothing is entered, we have to make sure we enter everything. So we say cat etc oratab. Okay, we have no entries. We just say vi etc oratab. Insert. We have to go all the way down to the file. All right, and we need to say dev :uo1 app Oracle product 19.3 and home. And then and then we save the file. Perfect. Now we say cat etc oratab. Perfect. Our oratab is now updated and all is looking good. So once the oratab is set, we can also say ps -ef pipe into grep pmon. All right, so you can see that we have one service which is currently running, which is Oracle, our new dev database, and we can now say choose that new database dot .ora_e and v. All right, say dev. Perfect. And we can now say go back into dev database and log in as SQLPLUS as sysdba. Perfect. All right, so once we have installed our container database, we install our pluggable database, we update the oratab file, we executed all the post installation script. All we have to do right now is to just run some few post installation SQL. So let's say dd and let's say show pdbs. All right, let's say alter session set container equals dev pdb. All right, we select our pluggable database to be the main one. We connect to it, show pdbs. Okay, we can now say alter pluggable database dev pdb open. All right, our pluggable database is now open, so we say show pdbs. All right, so you see the mode is now read and write. And if we say select open mode database role from $v database. All right, our database is in read write mode and the role is primary. Okay, what if I say select status instance name from $v instance. Okay, our instance name is dev and it's currently open. All right, and if I say select name from $v pdbs dev.pdbs. okay, if I say alter session set container equals cdb $, oh sorry, my bad, cdb $root, switch back to container. Okay, perfect. Now say if I now say alter pluggable database dev pdb save state. Perfect. All right, so now every time we log back in and out, our pluggable database will always be in read write mode. Let's test it. Let's say exit and let's go back into SQLPLUS as sysdba. Okay, show container name, okay, cdb root, and now let's say show pdbs. So as you can see, dev pdb is always in read write mode. What about data files? Let's say select name from $v data file. We can see all our data files, they are intact. System, sysox, undo tbs, pdb system, pdb sysox, and of course user tbs01. Perfect. Everything looks so great. What about the back our rman? So let's say rman target. Okay, show all. Perfect. Let's exit and check the log mode of our database. So select log mode from $v database. Obviously it should be in no archive log. Okay, no archive log. We can say shut down immediate. And then we can say start up mount. Okay. Perfect. We say select. You can even say archive log list. Okay, it's disabled now and it's in no archive mode. So we can say alter database archive log. Database altered. And then if we say select log mode from $, database, we're now in archive log, and we say archive log list, and now it's enabled and it's in archive mode instead of disabled. Instead of no archive mode, it's now in archive mode and it's enabled. Alright, so now we can now say rman target, and now we can take our first backup. If I say list backup summary, nothing. And if I say backup database, perfect. So we're now taking our first backup. As we can see, this is an Oracle 19C. Our database installed successfully. We were able to run several commands successfully. Everything looks healthy, and we're also able to take our first backup. Perfect. And then if I say list backup summary, I press enter, you see we now have different backup pieces and backup set, which is fantastic. So let's exit to SQLPLUS. All right, that's it. You have successfully installed Oracle Database 19C using the manual initialization parameter file and using a database script. So a create database script. All right, so stay tuned for more tutorials on Oracle database management, and until then, feel free to leave your questions in the comment below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.